What's going on, man? I'm your host with the most. So have a toast. Leader Johnson, you welcome to Follow the Sports, Villanova Radio. Every post game, I try to catch y'all with the news. Man, it's a good one today, man. We got a lot of things to talk about. Nova St. John's, the women are doing unbelievable, man. Once again, go to 10-2. And then you got Nova, Wisconsin. Here we go again. Once again, man, Villanova is back. And they are ready on both ends for men to women. 9-2 Villanova. 10-2 Villanova women. Starting to put their stamp down, really. Let's get to it. Like I say, the first off this game with St. John's, it was crazy because I didn't expect the blowout like that. I mean, I know, but like that, and then the way they were playing. The way they was playing. Villanova, the unbelievable win, which was 85-48. At the Finn, really defending home, even the football team, really starting to take home seriously like you're supposed to. Shooting 50% from the field, the girls, and 52% from three. Just shut them down to 13%. Whatever they had shooting threes, 42%. I mean, the way it looked was unbelievable. Both teams bad from free throw line. Man, girls, you got to do better at the free throw line. 24-12 in assists, 11-6 in steals. Good out in there. This was a real good game. 85-48. Listen, I'm going to say this. This Villanova team, Denise Dillon has been doing a good job for a minute, putting Maddie Segrist and then Lucy Olsen. She's been doing a real good job, a super job. As the coach of the Villanova Lady Wildcats. And this team right here is even more special. Looking at that team and how they played, it was just like meant like they're getting more comfortable and getting better. Jasmine Bosco, if we're looking at that game, Jasmine Bosco for one is 18 points a game. I just want to be more and more excited about the type of player that she is. And has become as a sophomore. It's just phenomenal to see just how good this team has developed. Jasmine Bosco, Kennedy Henry as a freshman. That's kind of crazy, though, because it's like Jasmine Bosco and Kennedy Henry, looking at she was a freshman last year, and looking at Kennedy Henry as one this year. Just think about how good Kennedy Henry is going to be. She's arguably been the best defensive player we've had. And they have a lot of good defensive players from Natambu to Henry to Danae Carter. They have a lot of good, Brendan McCary, a lot of good defensive players on Villanova women's team. And I just think Kennedy Henry as a freshman to be as good as she is, 1.8 steals per game, 1.2 blocks per game as a shooting guard. She is going to be, I think the special talent that she has to be as good as she is even more bigger. I think it's just something to see how Denise Dillon gets a player over here. She transfers over here. Her decommits comes over here, and now at the decommitting and coming back to Villanova and coming to Villanova, she's just instant impact. I remember I had the interview with her. She sounded mature. She sounded like she knows what she wanted to do. Since she already had everything in tow to be who she wanted to be, and that's big. That's huge for a player you can have. And then if she comes right in and starts. I mean, she could easily be coming off the bench, easily not be ready to play, but she was ready to play. Let's go to this game. Bryn McCurry, 10 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. Once again, Bryn McCurry's all around. She's just not a big in the middle. She can do everything, pass, shoot, and she can shoot from the outside. Do we forget Bryn McCurry is an outside shooter? This year, she's averaging right now 12 points a game, 5.8 rebounds, 3.8 assists. But she's also hitting 54% from the field. Okay, 54% from the field. And 35% from three. 78% from the free throw line. Like she's a player I think you got to WNBA prospects have to watch out for. She's the one you got to keep your eye on, and she's young. She's back off injury. She's back. This team is like so highly talented. I mean, this is probably the best team. And last year, if you look at Denise Dillon's team last year, they were talented too. They were. Jalea Green. I mean, with so many girls they had that were good players, a good group of players, especially the girls who can get together once, when you lose so many girls and then twice, the year Lucy Olsen was gone, they had to make that rebound real quick. Because I thought that team was going to come back with Lucy Olsen and Dawson. Man, you talking about a good team. And then they just leave. And then, you look at Denise Dillon just got a good group of girls last year, and they came together and they 21 season. Now this year, this could even be even better. This is a team that looks right now from this standpoint, they look like a grade 18. I mean, you got to start. Listen, the only team better than them in the Big East is UConn right now, and I'm talking about not just by record. I mean, Villanova's good. You got to really look at what's going on. Danae Carter had 10 points also, 5 for 8 from the field. She's been so good this year. 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. I tell you, man, you talk about the defensive players. Well, her in the front court, and then you got Kennedy Henry in the back court. It just really does a lot for Villanova to have those type of defenders. He averaging 1 block, 1.3 steals this year. Philly native. Got to feel good to be where she's at and where she's from and to be impacting like that. Has to be great. Also looking at Jasmine Bosco, once again, 21 points. She does what she does. 9 assists. Got to be great to have players like this around. A point guard has to feel good to have this type of talent. When you have that talent around you, you can depend on your girls, depend on your teammates. And you got Kennedy Henry right next to you. You know that anybody she's on, she's going to guard. And she also can hit the outside shot. She has to improve a lot on her shot. It's not as consistent, but when she's in her game on both ends, now defensively, you're going to have a problem with her rebounding. You're not going to be able to outmuscle Kennedy Henry. She's no punk under there. That's one thing, and she's young. But man, when her offense is clicking, it's crazy. And then she does things that are not on the stat sheet. It really helps. She's a championship player, and she's better than I thought she would be, even from her film. She's real good. Looking at this team, this is a real good team that always has. It seems like players that are willing to step up, and we're going to talk more about that. Jasmine Bosco, like I said, 21 points, man. What are we talking about? 21 points. The general from Canada, man. Canada has some good players, and she's one of them, elite on that side of the game. Jasmine Bosco has just been. I mean, it's good to have that point guard, especially that point guard is not afraid to ball out. She's not afraid to ball out. You can put the ball in her hands, and she's going to be that player. You have to deal with her. That's just what it is. You put the ball in her hands, she's going to be that player. It's as simple as that. 18 points a game, 4.6 rebounds, 4.4 points, 40% from the field. No question, only shooting 31% from 3, but listen, you got to understand. She is a lot on her. She's playing hard. She's going to get better and better. 88% from the free throw line. You're not going to be stupid and put your hands on her. She's going to be Mixville when she does the dribble. When she starts dribbling on you, you're going to put you in a mesmer. She's going to mesmerize the whole team. She's fast, quick, smart on the go. She don't have to take her time. She's an joy to watch. She's a joy to watch, man. It's really good to see a player like that, especially a point guard. It's like when you see Steph Curry. That's the point guard. He leads the floor, and he can shoot, and he can damage you. Also, another player. Now, this player here, man, real, not really talked about as much. Kelsey Jones, man. Kelsey Jones has been having a season. Kelsey Jones had 12 points. Also, I said the Splash Girls are Brooke Bender and Brooke Bender, no question, one of the Splash Girls, and Ryanne Allen. Ryanne Allen and Brooke Bender. But Kelsey Jones has been real good. Has been hot lately. 4 for 7 from the field, 3 for 6 from 3, 4 rebounds. This year, Kelsey Jones is averaging 6.4 points, 3.5 rebounds. Starting to get hot behind it. You know, be one of those people you cannot leave alone. 36% from 3, but getting better and better. Another transfer this year, another group of transfers along with Kylie Watson, Kelsey Jones, Ryanne Allen. All of them impacting. Every single one is impacting. Every single one is impacting. Coming from Iowa State. Having a career year with Villanova. And she's coming back next year. She's a junior. She'll be back next year. No question. This team is going to be good next year. And you have to depend on Coach Denise Dillon to bring the talent in there. Brooke Bender, 9 points again, 3 for 5 from 3, doing what she does. Doing what she does. Brooke Bender, I said with the Splash Girls, every game, this is what they do. 2 steals also. Shooting 55% from the field, 7.2 points a game for Brooke Bender, the star freshman. 46.7% from 3. Brooke Bender has been lights out. You just can't wait till her sister Elise comes back. When she starts playing, when both of them are playing, they're going to be. And Ryanne Allen, 13 points, 3 for 5 from 3. Once again, continues. Just continues. 8.5 points a game, 2.1 rebounds, shooting 47.8% from 3. The Splash Girls, Allen and Bender. The Splash Girls. Now, to have something like that when you go into your playbook, I mean, Coach Dillon got to love that. Loving that. They're all shooting good from 3, really. The whole team as a team is shooting good from 3. You know, just alone in this game was 52% from 3. But the Splash Girls are undeniable. You see Cesaretti getting more time. That's big. That's huge. But Ryanne Allen, man, listen, player of the week. Let's talk about that. Ryanne Allen, the Vanderbilt transfer, has been on fire. The Splash Girl. Bring her in. Standing at 6'1" from PA, so she came home. Average 8.5 it's just big. I mean, coming from Vanderbilt. Now giving them their player. And mind you, she was one of the players last year. Last year, she averaged 4.8 last year. Now she's back. I think they believed in her so much. I mean, they were just waiting to give her their time. They were seeing what she had. And now it's her time. I mean, this is a big-time player right now for this team. And I'm telling you, right now she's averaging 18.7 minutes a game, almost 20 minutes a game. I mean, this is the type of person you give starter minutes to, she's going to give you starter numbers. She's going to get better and better. And I think she's one of those girls near tournament time that she's going to be one of those girls to see. Tournament time? Oh, it's on. 10-2, 3-0 in the Big East. Beat the 11-3 St. John's team, 85-48. 85-48. 11-3 St. John's team. Only team that's really matching them right now, like I said, is UConn. UConn's 3-0 in the Big East, so is Villanova. They're 12-0 right now. Villanova's 10-2. That'll be a good game to see. Real good game to see. Just to see where Villanova is right now. Really big game. Ryanne Allen being the player of the week. Talking more about Ryanne Allen. Just on what Villanova has. Villanova's deep. Villanova have girls that don't score. Like I always talk about in Timbu. I mean, you look at girls off the bench like Danny Cesarelli. These are good players. They just haven't been able to get the ball enough to do what they got to do. But when they're in there, I mean, you see the ball handling of Cesarelli. You see the Timberwolves defense. You see other things. It's a good team. This is a real good team to look at. Playing player of the week, Ryan Allen. If anybody hasn't been keeping up with Ryan Allen, he's had a good week. Real good week, man. 19 points against Seton Hall. There you go. 13 against St. John's. He has had a real good week. 8 against West Virginia. That game we remember. 6 against Georgetown. Now she's just getting better and better. After the Big 5 Classic, she's been better and better. It's just been real good. It's going to be real good to see just how good she gets and how much better this team gets. I mean, girls are just touching the surface of their talent. They're not really there yet. One of the stars of the week in the Big East, along with Sarah Strong. You see Ryan Allen, 19 points. That one game there was crazy. 71% from 3. She's up there with Azzy Fudd, Carolyn Dotsey, Sabu Jai. These are some good girls playing here. Sarah Strong was definitely one of those, and Azzy Fudd. Just to see Ryan Allen in this class mentioned with these stars, and Ryan Allen's gonna do more, way more this week, this year, a whole much. And I'm very anxious to see the next game Villanova plays, which is going to be even bigger, because one thing we want to talk about is their schedule. How big is their schedule right now? Big schedule for Villanova. I mean, really, if you look at it on their schedule, not many people can really touch Villanova. I mean, right now at the St. John's, you've got DePaul, Creighton, Marquette. Like these teams, if you really look at these teams right now and looking at Villanova, these teams cannot really compare with this team right now. It's going to be, Big East is tough. Things are going to get tougher. They're going to get better. But Villanova is one of those teams. I'm telling you, Villanova, they should be real happy right now. I mean, this one of those teams. Villanova Wildcats that came a long way since Denise Neal has been hired. And look where they're at now. DePaul, 3-11. That's the next. It's 3-11. Now, we don't down anybody. This is the Big East. But, man, the way this team is playing, that should be chop suey. Chop suey. Chop suey. Creighton, Marquette. We're just going with the next 3 games. Creighton, Marquette. All right, Creighton is 6-6. Another team that I don't think that's gonna. And Marquette, 8-4. That's your most competitive team right there. Big East is always tough, but Villanova is one of those teams. They're not a team that used to be like Marquette. Used to be like Creighton. No, they are up there with UConn now. They should be ranked. They should be in the top 20. I just think they're a tough team. They're fun to watch. They're there now. Coming to Villanova men, man, which I'm very proud. Again, being very proud because, man, it's just the way this culture, the way Villanova is back, the way they're playing is big. 76-66 against Wisconsin. Villanova also played real good, shooting 44.6% from the field, 43% from three-pointer. Both men and women shoot good from 3. Got to get better with the free throws. This will help you win games, Nova. Got to get better with those free throws. This is so important. Down the clutch, this could have been a bigger blowout. You know, this also takes you away from, close losses, hit those free throws. 16-15 on free throw attempts. 16-15 on assists. 9-4 on steals, 7-4 on blocks. Shooting bad, Nova, against Wisconsin. 3-point field goals, Wisconsin was better. Free throws, Nova, you got to do better. I know it's 68%, but got to do better, Nova. Got to do better. But Villanova, this game was big. You know why people like this game? Because this showed that Villanova down the stretch could be in the bind, and it seemed like they wasn't losing like that. Villanova, you know what's crazy? Villanova wasn't losing. I mean, Wisconsin came back, And then, they made it a tie game. All right. And then next thing you know, they go to overtime. Villanova does it. When you're looking at the shooting percentage, it doesn't look like that doesn't look like the game actually was. Villanova really had control. They let Wisconsin come back. He started hitting some big shots. But Villanova ended up coming back, showing that they were the better team. Duke Brennan, man, weekly honor roll, he should be there. Duke Brennan, man, 13 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. He's just been a real good player, man. 4 offensive rebounds. One thing I want to say is that him on the offensive glass has been big time. Been a real big weapon. We're able to get that ball back when you make misses. 12.2 points a game, 11.6 rebounds, 63% from the field. I wish he could hit at least 70%, man. He would be so dangerous, but, man, he's such an important part of this team. The Grand Canyon transfer, it's making it happen for Villanova, being one of those guys. The 3, Villanova always has a 3. And I can tell you the 3 after this game here, no question. We're going to talk about the 3 with Villanova. Sitting here again, you want to go to Matthew Hodge, freshman of the week. I'm so proud to see that, man. So proud to see that. Matthew Hodge went through so much last year. Nova Nation, my bad, Nova Nation, I'm back. Matthew Hodge went through so much last year with the academic and the eligibility, which was crazy. Same thing Omari Spellman went through. Looking at what he's done and what he's added to this Villanova team, like I always tell you, when he's on, he's only a freshman. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks, 2 offensive rebounds. What he's doing under there, getting better and better, and the inside with Duke Brennan. Looking at this guy here, he's making it easy for Duke Brennan to even play. The man can hit from the outside. He's getting better and better from 3-point line. 32% from 3, but he's better than that. If you're looking at him during the week, the type of player he's been, having 8 points against Pittsburgh. Now it's 15 against Wisconsin. 12 points against Penn in the Big 5 championship. Looking at the type of player he's been and what he's done. I mean, it makes you think that he's who he is, especially at the 4 position. I told you they got to get better in size and they got to get better just in depth. And with Matthew Hodge and Duke Brennan, it makes this team that much better. It makes it that much easier. You think how good it is for Coach Willard to have to go to a 4 that can hit from the outside, and then knowing if you shoot, Duke is always going to be there to get it. He can cut to the basket. He can play it above the rim. Just a real impressive team going 9-2. Matthew Hodge is a freshman. First you had Caden Lewis. Now the freshman of the week. The Big East freshman of the week is Lewis. It's just a big win for Willard because Hodge came back. He was a number 1 recruit for Neptune. It was the reason why. And him coming back was big. Him coming back and he started. Him and Tyler Perkins, both who came back, are big contributors of this team. Big time. Hodge is just at his size. It's really exciting to see a guy like this and how much of a Villanova legend he's going to become, how much a fan favorite he's going to become. You really have to like what this former 4-star really brings to the table with Duke Brennan. Good combination. Real good combination. Now, I say this all the time. All the time. I say this all the time. 10.5 points, 4 rebounds a game is what we're getting from Matthew Hodge. But Tyler Perkins now, after having 19 points, as you can see, 19 points, 4 for 10 from 3, 6 rebounds. When he plays, this team is different. It's just a different type of team. When he is scoring 19, when he's scoring like at least 16 and up, when he's getting those points, 15 points, when he's scoring, this team is different. Totally different. 2 offensive rebounds also. Now he's averaging over 10 points with 10.6 points a game, 4.3 rebounds. And shooting 40% from 3. Him and Lindsay, the guys you don't want to leave out there when it's time to shoot. Them two guys. I mean, Perkins was like that last year. This is a surprise. Perkins was like this last year. Same way last year. The same guy last year, man. I mean, Perkins was the guy you don't leave open. I mean, it was Brendan Housen. I remember coming in with Neptune. We had Brendan Housen, and now you got Perkins this year. When he came, he was the guy that could shoot. And now he's the same guy as before. He impacted as a freshman. Do we forget who Perkins was? When he came over, he was averaging double figures as a freshman. Perkins, he's been doing this for a long time. This is not his first ride of being a good player. His first year, he averaged 13 points a game. 34% from 3. Last year was 6.3 points. A little bit of holdback from, Now he's been let loose again. Cut loose, give an important role, know what he got to do. And when he scores, this team is totally different because him and Lindsay are the scorers. I think it's been times where certain matchups Willis decides to let Perkins go, but every game should be Perkins and Lindsay just being able to do what they're going to do. 12 points for Lindsay. 12 points for Lindsay, of course. 12 points. Lindsay is one of those guys, man. Lindsay's just I like to watch him play. It's the it play on here is Brian Lindsay for Villanova. He's 2 for 7. They kind of shot bad. 4 for 12, 2 for 7, but he got down and he kept shooting. 4 assists, 12 points. 7.5 rebounds for Caden Lewis. 2 steals, good 10 minutes for Gapare. Devin Askew. I want to talk about him more, man. I got to give him his credit, man. I'm sorry, man. Devin Askew. 7 points. All right. Off the bench. 31 minutes. But he was able to give you 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, an offensive rebound. He's able to go in there and help at all times. If we look at the guard position between him and Lewis, it was 14 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 4 steals, 2 blocks. That's what they got at the point guard position. That's huge, man. I mean, they have a lot. They don't have to really sit back and worry who has the ball in their hand. And that's a big thing. When you got a team, you got to worry about their point guard. When you got a team, you have to worry about their point guard. Shout out to Dante DiVincenzo, man. He big time, 18 points, helping Minnesota win over Milwaukee. Also, Saddiq Bey, man, who has been big time. Saddiq Bey has been big time. Saddiq Bey playing with the Pelicans, kind of last 10 games, averaging like 19 to 8. Really been a big time player, man. Had 19 and 7 the last game. 19 and 7 the last game. Had 29 one game. Had 18 another game. Saddiq Bey always been good. From DC, number 1 player in DC. Shout out to his mom, who was also a big time player. Listen, man, Saddiq Bey, this is Villanova. Then you got Dante DiVincenzo. He has a ring, man. national championship and an NBA ring, man. What we talking about? This is back to business. It's what they do. All right, shout out to both. Shout out to Sadiq Bey. Shout out to Sadiq Bey with the Pelicans. Dante DiVincenzo with the 18 for the Timberwolves. Legends, man. Legends. All right, going to football, man. When we get back, we're going to talk some football. And we're going to talk some targets. Villanova got targets, man. Villanova got targets. Basketball targets. When we get back, we're going to get to y'all, man, on that. On Follow the Leader, man. We are back. We are back. Follow the Sports Villanova Radio. Listen, man, I want to say congratulations to Villanova football. Great season. Super season. Just all the hopes, all the expectations were exceeded, were even better. 12-3 to end the season. 7-1 at home. Man, listen. Lost at home in the playoffs to a great Illinois State team. The Redbirds, Tommy Rittenhouse, 251 yards, 2 touchdowns, interception. Pat McKay did the best he could, 13 for 30, 199 yards. Jabril Mace, 59 yards. Victor Dawson went crazy, man, 155 yards. Victor Dawson was a player that had a good season, 1,251 yards. They couldn't stop him. 155 yards from Akron, Ohio. Big-time guy. Also looking at Luke Colella. Luke Colella had 4 catches, 58 yards, man. Good season. Man, Antonio Johnson got in there. 3 catches, 43 yards, a touchdown. Really wish I could have saw more of him this year. But, good season, good weapon. 3 catches for 56 yards for Braden Reed. Kopecki had 44 yards, real good, big target. Also looking at Daniel Sobkowitz, man. 7 catches, 97 yards, one of their big-time playmakers, man. Big-time playmakers. 78 catches for 1,089 yards, 18 touchdowns. And he had a game against Villanova. They couldn't do nothing with him. Did the best they could, but big game. But big game for, no question for them, for their defense is Solomon Oduma. But for Villanova, Richie Kimball did his thing, 9 tackles, 8 tackles for Christian Sapp. Had a great playoffs. Shane Hartzell, 7 tackles and a sack for loss and 1 sack. 2 sacks for loss and 1 sack, no question. Amari Bursey, 5 tackles. What a great playoffs. Anthony Hawkins, 5 tackles. Good to see him get that in. We'll talk more about him. 4 tackles for Capri Martin, 4 for Aiden Howard. Jason Hall had 4 tackles. Newton Isium, another big-time player, is going to be real big next year. 3 tackles. Samir Dawood, 3 tackles. Just a good team. Big-time team. Ratu Dalano Navati had a tackle for loss. Hawkins had a tackle for loss. 2 tackles for loss for Hartzell. Half a tackle for loss for Kimmel. Pass defense for Isium and Dawood. Also for Anthony Hawkins. Just a good season, man. Just want to really show love to this season and what they did. Big news if nobody's heard. The transfer portal happens. It's going to happen, and it's happened already and early for Villanova. For Villanova, the transfers, big time players, no question. Zamir Dawood, man, all conference player, big time player, had his best year this year. Man, it's going to be a big miss. Going to be a big miss. Really proud of him and how he did. Remember knowing when he first came in, just how good of a player he has been, the player he has turned into, and whoever gets him is going to get a dog. It is what it is. 6 feet, 185, big time presence. So we're going to talk more about guys like that. Zamir Dawood, no question, one of those guys that Villanova is going to miss, a big time leader, big time player. No question, all conference player. Now, another player looking to roll out of here. Anthony Hawkins, freshman All-American, 6'3", big time player, especially in these playoffs. Going to be another big time player for whoever gets to Hawkins. At 6'3", I know their salary there. David Abbott, listen, a packed running back room. David Abbott was going to transfer last year, came back and added to this great special team that has Jabril Mace, Isaiah Ragland, and David Abbott. We're going to talk about people who are going to replace people. Let's go back to Dawood. Dawood, there's a lot of people who come in and make things be known this year. When you got guys like Christian Sapp getting as good as they're getting, Newton ECM back in the secondary, it's just a lot. I just think there's other guys, other people, Abu Fafana coming, Isaiah Selby coming. There's a lot of guys coming from this new class that you're going to have to watch out for. Jordan, Jet, Taylor. Listen, there's a lot of guys coming, and this was a good cornerback 2026 class. And there's other guys, too, who are going to make it happen, like Jamie Tyson. Like, there's a lot of guys on the back end that are going to be able to replace. Just like same thing with Anthony Hawkins. It's a lot of guys coming in next year that are going to be able to make the replacement. Not saying these guys are easy to replace, because they're not. So the All-American, All-Pro guy. But this is how talented Villanova recruits, and these recruits are, and this team is. We'll talk more about, as we go on, the Villanova football secondary or replacements or in recruits. This is going to be all fun. You're going to get a high-level sports talk. We'll have Nolan DeLucci and Donovan Lincecum are going to be my first two guests on high-level sports talk on the recruiting class. And you'll see me write some articles on them both about the interview. I also have stuff you won't see on the interview that will be on VU Sports. Okay, David Abbott, like I say, Jabril Mace and Ragland are still there. Mace he's going to be the guy now. And Ragland's going to get, they're both going to be the guys. It's whoever is healthy enough, boom, boom, boom. But Mace, he can do so much with the football. So much with the football. And Eli Smith is another guy. I don't know if he's going to get an extra year. I think he should, after the injury last year. But Tyler Womack and Brandon Way Jr. are coming. They're going to be here next year. Tyler Womack is a beast. He's a guy. Once he starts running, it's going to be problems. And then you got Brandon Way. So they have two guys coming that are like that. They're like that. If you don't know, go to Twitter, look at them. Brandon Way Jr., go to Max Preps, whatever, or Tyler Womack. He was on the team this year. You want to go back and look at his high school. These guys are like that. So they constantly keep this running back room talented, man. So this is going to be something to look at when you see these guys this year. Those are the guys to look at. The names I said, those are the guys to look at. Now, in with the high school basketball recruiting, I'm always in all the recruiting for Villanova, man. It's your boy leader, and y'all my leaders. I don't have no followers here. I got nothing but leaders. I respect everybody's family, respect everybody, man. Love for everybody That's just how I go. I respect my circle. If you're not around me, you're not a leader. That's it. Now, basketball recruiting is on. It's on. And right now, what I want to tell y'all about basketball recruiting is that I talk to coaches, and you're not going to know which coach I talk to about what or nothing like that. You're not going to know that. You're not going to know who I talk to. The specific people, you're not going to know until like after something happens, But something has to be official, written stone, done, and I got the permission to say what I got to say. So everything has to be official. Now, these are the new targets. The new targets for Villanova. These are targets who, first off, like I said, Villanova's focused on the guys now. Y'all want to know what this is coming from the coaches? They're focused on the guys now. They're focused on the Caden Lewis. They're focused on another years, put the S on it, with however long they get. But they're focused on the future with the Caden Lewis. They're focused on the future with Bryce Lindsey, Matthew Hodge. These guys are young. And Zion Stanford is a junior. Okay, you still got Nico. You still got Braden. Malcolm Flagg. Will Malcolm Flagg and Nico be redshirted? Malcolm won't. Nico will. It's looking like Malcolm won't, but it's looking like Nico hasn't been officially redshirted. He hasn't been officially redshirted, but it's looking like he will. All right. Looking at the guys I'm about to tell you, these are guys they're high on, and are they going at them? I was told warm. And I was told, I'm going to tell you who I heard warm about, and I'm going to tell you who they are high on. They are high on all of them, but it's not a certainty that they're going to go extra hard and get them, or they're heavy on them, but it's not a certainty they're going to make. You just got to look at, they're not looking at real heavy on recruiting, but they're looking at heavy on recruiting. We're going to explain all this. Just one moment. We're going to explain all this when we get back. We back here, man. Listen, the new guys I'm about to tell you about, I'm about to name and go down. These are big time guys, man, and they have been on them for a minute. Having offers, they've been on for a minute. Let's get to it. 4-star Quinley Wiley, 2026. I asked about him. Oh yeah, they heavy on him. They are heavy on Quincy Wiley, man. How hard will they pursue? Knowing that they're hard on him, he's a shooting guard, 4-star, big time player. Team Museum AAU. Listen, this is they're warm on them. But how hard will they go? That's always it. Also, Caden Samuels, another 5-star. Both these guys are like 5-star rated guys with 247 us, man. And Caden Samuels is a big time player. I'm gonna be doing more and more recruiting. Now, the guys you hear me talk about, I'm gonna go in depth more to them and talk to them. I've talked to both of these guys before, and they're both high on Villanova. But they're waiting. But guys are always, no matter a team or a player is high on someone, is the team going heavy after him? That's all the players looking at. How important are you making him? And I'll have more on that. But this is what I'm hearing from the other side. Favor EB, center, 2026. These are 3 straight 2026 guys. 3 straight. All right, 4-star center, one of the top guys in Maryland. Very high on Villanova. I got an interview with him on 247, and he's very high on Villanova. And Villanova's high on him. Matter of fact, it's out of these 3 recruits, his name has been the most recent that surfaced, more recent than the others. And yes, they're high on him. Warm. They said they're warm on him too. Now, 2026, 3-star shooting guard. This is a guy that doesn't have an offer. But this is a guy who calls Villanova his dream school. I remember when this guy had no offers. Now he's a 3-star, a high-level 3-star, headed to a 4-star. Highly athletic. Was at overtime elite. Just got the IMG. Landon Collier, 6'6". You know, his name's on recruiting boards. I'm telling you, his name is in the air of Villanova. Be watching out for this guy. Could get an offer. Not a certainty, but this guy loves Villanova. Landon Collier is a definite guy that loves him. It says Extreme School. In 2027, we got to be a little bit more. It's going on. We're going here because I'm going to these guys because of how important it is. Corey Dixon, I talked about him. Corey Dixon is a shooting guard. Ryanne Dixon, he's a Merlin Legacy recruit. Villanova has been at him, and so is Merlin. So this is going to be a big one. It's going to be a Merlin Villanova fight from the start. We're going to see how this goes. Guard that can play. He likes Villanova. I haven't talked to him, but you know, I heard of reports that he likes Villanova and he's in the air. And I've heard people that you know around his circle, yeah, he likes Villanova. I mean, Ryan Hampton, top 5 2027 prospect. I can go both ways. I'm gonna tell you something about this part. I'm real big on this family of the Hampton family. I'm just gonna tell you that. Real big on them, respect them a lot. Ryan Hampton, the brother of RJ Hampton, NBA talent, NBA player RJ Hampton. RJ Hampton was one of the top recruits, 5-star recruit in the country. Even when he was classified down, he was a top 10 recruit. So you're talking about his brother following in the footsteps. And Villanova is huge on him. This is they are huge on him. This is more of the class that they're even, you know, I mean, 2026 is a class, but they're more focused on for next year. They're more focused on this roster and getting this roster right, then going to next year. But Ryan Hampton, and he's in the 2027 class. 2027 and 2028 are important classes that Villanova is really focused on more than anything. You hear about 2027, 2028 all the time. 2026 is not much heavy, but it's guys that they're high on that they, you know, they go at but don't go hard at. You know what I'm saying? Because all recruits want to know is how much are you keeping in contact with them? You know, you can show that you're important, but are you showing that you're showing them important more than the others? And that's just all that happens. And out of all these recruits right now, Ryan Hampton is super huge on there. Super huge. I can just tell you that. Just expect for that to turn up. I'm not going to tell you what coach. I'm not going to tell you nothing. You're just going to know that is a serious, that is one of the, I'm going to tell you right now over all recruits, just by the one that I've covered and I've come across. He's the most sought after recruit right now out of the whole, yeah, he's that guy. Talk about between all classes. Like Ryan Hampton is that guy. So just be look for a visit for Ryan Hampton. I don't know for sure, but I know that they like Villanova. They like Villanova. It's not even a question of that. But will it be a visit? I can't throw that in there. I'm not even gonna throw a guess. No, I'm gonna lie to you. I'm gonna throw a guess. I think Ryan Hampton gonna be on Villanova campus, man. If it's wrong, it's just wrong. I'm cut. That's it. Throw me in just say, oh, you was wrong, leader. But I'm telling y'all right now, I think Ryan Hampton's gonna visit Villanova. How high? I think 100%. I think he will be in Villanova, and then it's all up. Like it's gonna be all up to mutual part. How it's all how the Hamptons feel. Villanova is showing priority to them. That's what it's going to feel. It's going to be like everybody's after Ryan Hampton in the country. It's all Hampton. All they want to know is he going to be the guy that you're going to show importance to? Is he going to, on the court, off the court, importance? He wanted the ball in his hands. I'm going to tell y'all real talk. I'm just going to speak from the top. He wanted the ball in his hands. He want the ball in his hands. So if we get Ryan Hampton, you're gonna get a Hampton show. He want the ball. He want to be able to get time and get the ball in his hands. And with Kevin Willard and what he's doing with the Young Bucks, that seems definite. So I'm not saying he's gonna. No, I'm not saying it's even close. I'm saying he likes Villanova and he's gonna visit Villanova. That's where we're gonna go from that. And that's a good recruit to be on it. It's just a lot of good ones. Corey Dixon's another one. Very interesting to see how they go for that. Out of all the 2026 recruits, I'm gonna say this. Faber Eby is a guy I feel like might get that. Duke Brennan is leaving. You give Eby in there with Braden Pierce and Nico, and you got another big time guy to come in there and put the depth at your big men. Like this could be big. I mean, Eby's going to get time. You can't say he's not going to get time because Willard plays the Young Bucks. Eby's from, so if he works hard, if he goes in there and works hard, if you work hard and show him, you're getting time. That's not even a question. It be Pierce, Nico, because guys like Pierce, those guys can play power forward. They can play that position. They all can rebound. And then they can all rotate. If you're showing that you can do something, you're going to get time. Samuels, I can't give you that because I don't think there's nothing. I think they both are high on each other, but how is Villanova, how hard they're going after him? I don't think they're going after them hard enough to. It could change, but I don't think they're going after them hard. The only one I can see right now, and Landon Collier, do I think something's going to happen? What I do think is Landon Collier, he's a scorer. Villanova could go get a guy like that to have him sit. He's 6'6". You're talking about a guy that can play the three. He's going to sit back and develop. He's going to get his time when as he develops. He's not going to be a guy you need to rush. He's going to develop with Villanova and become a player if he was to get an offer and commit. If Villanova gets a player like that, they could because he's a 3-star, a guy that can develop, sit him back with the depth, be a good explosive player, and fall back into depth. Faber Eby is a good center. We're talking about centers. And to have a center seems important. They have 2 7-footers right now. Eby's another one. So I think they wouldn't be afraid to make that happen. He's a very talented player, and I think there would be a guy they would go after. I don't think they'll go after any guards right now. I just don't see that in the light. I know we know Asku's going to go. That might be a transfer pickup. I don't think they'll go for. They have Jeffrey. Jeffrey's going to get that time. They got Malachi Palmer, who could even switch down there to shooting guard. Stanford's a junior. Malcolm Flagg is coming next. We'll see how that goes with Malcolm Flagg if they go and they get another recruit. I mean, a lot of things can happen. Who they feel, maybe they feel like they can get a more talented player at the shooting. Maybe they feel like Samuels or one of them could come over and Palmer stays where he at and Askew leaves and Jeffrey plays shooting guard and they bring Samuels or they bring Wiley over to go in their 4-guard rotation. You see how they play their guards? I mean, Villanova's in a good space right now. So we will see how this all goes. So we're getting out of here, man. Listen, love having y'all around, man. Tuning in. Next game's coming up. Villanova, Seton Hall. That's going to be big. Big game today. 11-1 Seton Hall, and I think Villanova can beat them. I think Villanova has a better team. I think they're a good team. Seton Hall has some transfers that's been good this year, but Villanova is a better team. I feel like as good as Seton Hall is playing, I think Villanova is a better team. But Seton Hall is the real deal. Seton Hall is the definite real deal. Talking about Seton Hall, and let's talk more about them. Let's talk about the players that we need to see really go at it. And right now, this is a big game. We're looking at a big game, 11-1. It's kind of like the West Virginia when Villanova women went to West Virginia and beat them. They're ranked. The Seton Hall is one of those teams. So we're looking at Stanton McCray. Stan McCray is a guy we're looking at. AJ Stanton McCray, a transfer, came over leading the team in scoring. Miami Hurricane transfer at that. Coming over, playing unbelievably good. This team is playing good with their transfers, and a very surprising team. Did not see this at all from this roster. Not at all. It's a great coaching job going on over there. Tawan Simpkins, AJ Stanton McCray. That means it's going to be a Bryce Lindsey, a Caden Lewis against the AJ Stanton McCray's Tawan Simpkins. That's going to be it. Not only that, you got Adam Clark, the guy from Philly, 10 points a game. Mike Williams, another transfer. You got him coming in. Elijah Fisher, another one. Stephon Payne leading them in rebounds. This is going to be one of those games to look at. They have to. This is a good defensive team. Tawan Simpkins is a deadly three-point shooter, along with AJ Stanton McCray, along with Mike Williams. So they have to have their hands fully open. And like I say, it's the backcourt. It's the backcourt. I mean, you got Christian Jeffrey going to be. They want to go. Devin Askew, Caden Lewis, Bryce Lindsey, Tawan Simpkins, Adam Clark, AJ Stanton McCray. That's going to be it. It's going to be it. So we out of here, y'all. Listen, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Follow the Leader Sports, Villanova Radio. We out of here, man. Holla at y'all, man. Peace.
Wonderful.